Welcome back, Two Peas in a Podcast. Thanks for joining us. This is part two, number 14 in our series. And I'm Maddie, and this is JoJo.
We're back, world.
And okay, so we've been talking about all kinds of crazy, wild stuff as we normally do. And Maddie's been on his soapbox. I've been on my soapbox
Yep,
a little bit.
he's so.
Do, do, does soap even come in a box anymore? I don't even know.
I don't know actually.
Soapbox racers, you remember that?
Oh my God.
We, we used to have this thing at Knott's Berry Farm, the soapbox racers, like a little thing ride that you get on. I used to love that.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Good.
My brother had.
Fond memory of being with my dad riding the
Oh,
soapbox racers.
that's awesome. My brother
Yeah,
had one when he was younger too.
nice.
All right.
Well, okay. I don't have anything really pulled up here. Let's see. What do we got today?
Well, what do you? I mean, we.
I hope I hit all the talking points in the last one. Sometimes, guys, please forgive me. I try to get points out, and then I say a bunch of stuff, and then I don't get my point out.
Oh, you get. Eventually, it all comes out.
I'm working on it. I am trying to work
Good.
desperately on it. Okay. So we do have a historic Dutch court case labels COVID-19 mRNA shots as military bioweapons.
Ooh, give it up.
And that's Dr. Franz Boyle. Go check him out. He testified in a Dutch court that and you go, well, so what? Yeah, and I said so what too, but this Doyle guy, or Boyle, sorry, Dr. Francis Boyle, he's actually the dude that was hired to make bioweapons.
Oh, what a coincidence.
So if anybody would know, I think he would know.
Well, give it up for the conspiracy theorists once again. We were right about all that back in the day too.
Well, the reason we're right is because we are identifying things that we don't want to be right.
We've never wanted to be right, but
I don't want to be right that they're trying to kill us.
right.
It's just that they are trying to kill us.
Who wants
So
to be right about that?
yeah, who wants to be right about that?
But the fact is, we did our homework back in the day, and we were talking about this earlier. People coming to us now, not the younger generation. Younger generation, you come to us and ask any questions, but this older generation, like my dad, for example, where he's like, "Hey sis, I gotta find new conspiracy theories because mine have all come true." Yet he thought I was a crazy lunatic 7 years ago.
Mm.
But I digress.
Yeah, well, however everybody comes around, who cares? Just come around.
That's right. Be thankful.
Um,
Up.
I was kind of chuckling at this one. Is everybody seeing the Ilhan Omar where she's
Oh
reading
my
from
God.
her script and she can't even? She says world instead of saying World War II, she just read it as World War 11.
World
But it was funny
War
because she
11,
says
and then
World War
with it.
11. She knew she said it wrong. She just couldn't remember what she was supposed to say. You know why? Because she is a third world, out of touch third worlder, had no contact with World War II. Nobody was in. Where's she coming from? I forget.
I don't know, but she married her brother too. Let's not.
She married her brother just to get in the country.
Ugh.
And these people are, what's the term? They have no scruples. They're unscrupulous.
They're. I'm over it. That woman. Ugh. Anytime I see her talking, but yeah, World War.
Is she from Somalia?
I believe so. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, I can tell you, World War II didn't even happen in Somalia.
She
So they have
is.
these people are cut. They weren't important enough for us to go into Somalia. Nobody's going into Somalia.
I know. I know. Yeah, she is from Somalia because she was. Remember, she had such a big stink about when they were over in Michigan.
Yeah, they're screwing Michigan up.
Yeah.
Michigan was an all Y-axis group state.
Yeah.
That's where Dr. James Wickstrom's from. Dr. James Wickstrom, um, famous for talking to Rabbi Finkelstein about
Hmm.
what they're putting in McDonald's meat.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so coming up here, we also got orphan
Well,
trains. That was a weird one. Very scary, orphan trains. Or we, yeah, I was going to talk to you about that. Like, remember that story I was telling you where we're just in gigantic holding tanks, a holding tank facility, and maybe the inside of the dome is just like a very realistic three-dimensional matrix that is all being powered by the consciousness of all the bodies that are in this gigantic holding tank facility, right?
Yep.
And everybody's dreaming. No, I'm telling you, this technology is real. So maybe there's billions, millions and billions of us, and where we really are is in the stasis holding tank facility, somewhere outside the dome, this particular dome, because I think there's more than one dome. And the consciousness is being used to inhabit the cloned clay bodies that are being cloned, created, and even reproduced. You know, like we think that we are,
Mm-hmm.
and we're just going around and living these lives inside this dome, and being socially engineered by whoever this shadowy group X is, alien, non-human bunch of entities that are like spearheading everything and steering everybody around.
Yep.
And I don't know. I just it's conceivable. It's certainly possible. The one thing I'll point out though in that story was the person that was telling the tale said that when they came out of stasis and they were now being walked through like the real life, and she said that she had stopped dreaming. So she never dreamed while she was in this other life, the real life, outside the stasis factories, outside the stasis area.
Yeah.
So when she was being brought into the new world, into the new cities and stuff, she never dreamed then.
Ah,
But then when she got put back into this matrix world, then she started dreaming again. So yeah, I don't know.
interesting. No,
Is dreaming part of being in the stasis? I don't know.
I think there's truly something. I said it in the last video too. The reality is dreaming, and dreaming is reality. Oh my gosh, what if?
Dreaming and dream technology and dream science is probably have already been. I was going to say the future, but they've already been working on it. So there's definitely a really radical science and technology around dreaming, and there's a reason that we dream.
Yep.
One of the reasons was anyway, whatever bodies these are that we're in, the soul has to get out of it. Like you can't, the body has to recharge, and the soul can't live in it forever. So the soul comes out of the body to dream. And it's really interesting that we're talking about like some sort of stasis holding tank facility,
Mm-hmm.
and we're talking about these other bodies that possibly those consciousness are transferring into these bodies. And you think, well, if these aren't the bodies that we're supposed to be in, maybe that's why we have to keep dreaming to come out of these bodies.
Yes.
I mean, I don't know,
Wouldn't
but
that be
that is definitely
crazy?
what people are saying. Huh?
No, that would be crazy.
It kind of fits, though, doesn't it? I
It
mean,
does.
it's really odd to think of that. I don't know yeah, well, okay, then there's something else then. Okay, so if we are in a matrix,
Mm-hmm.
right? Every single movie that's been about the Matrix, like there's another movie that was even filmed in the same locations as the Matrix movie.
Mm-hmm.
I think it was called, oh gosh, I can't remember now. Maybe I posted it, but what happens is people end up waking up inside the Matrix, realizing that this is just a fake Matrix, and then they're able to start going about and changing the fabric of reality
Ooh.
and doing incredible, like what we would call supernatural things, like Neo did that. He started flying and stuff like that. So
Yep.
that seems to be the theme, is that you end up waking up and doing supernatural things because the Matrix can't stop you. They can't program you the way that they want to program you, and then you just reprogram yourself.
Well,
right?
I want to
And
figure.
I think people have done that. So
Yeah, I want to figure out how to do it. I want to start flying. I want to get
yeah.
this.
Well, one way is to control your dreams. That's the first thing.
We've tried that before, bestie.
Well, I just read a thing this morning where you do have to meditate before you go into the dream world, and you have to go into your sleep like you're like gonna go live this life in the dream world,
Okay.
and and you can't be like distracted, and you can't have like electronics by you and stuff.
Okay.
So that I've been guilty of that, like because I put
Oh yeah.
the rain sounds on and stuff because I like listening to that one. So I haven't been dreaming that much lately.
I haven't
So
either.
I think that's why.
Yeah.
And what dreams I do have, really hard for me to remember.
Same. I.
As soon as I start to quantify it, it goes away. It's
Yep.
like trying to catch, like trying to trying to catch a fart in the wind. You know, it's
Yeah.
it doesn't happen.
Nope.
All right, what do you got for me?
Well, I mean, if we want to continue on to the orphan trains, how we think maybe they started. I mean, obviously, it was from one of the first resets. We believe.
Yeah,
Um. Yeah.
yeah, no, yeah. Well, what I'm noticing is all the orphans seem to be white kids.
And why were there so many orphanages back in the early 1900s? Like an insane amount.
Okay, well, this is gonna sound a bit race car, but like when you've got non y-axis group, right?
Mm-hmm.
Nons, POCs, when you have them overpopulating our known lands, why is it that the orphan trains are all only of one specific color,
Mm-hmm.
race?
Right.
And then now today they're being overrun, and they're only 7% of the entire population and diminishing.
Hmm.
Like, so there's something going on there. And that gets back to the RK selection, right? So that, on the one side is the R selection where they just spawn into the wind and just hope, spawn 50 kids and just hope they all survive somehow.
Mm-hmm.
Versus K selection where you have like one or two offspring and you spend all your time nurturing those offspring so that they can become something and to carry on your legacy.
Yeah.
So that right there, just between those RK selection right there it's extremely important because it passes along the the values and morals of or you don't, right? If you're R selection, you don't pass along your values and morals because you don't really have any.
Mm-hmm.
You're just spawning in the wind, and that's how you respond. And no one's it's like fatherless behavior sort of thing. Nobody's raising you, so you just have to figure everything out on your own.
Yeah. And
uh, Versus being totally nurtured from birth all the way to adulthood.
well, and I find it a little weird now, what if, I mean, a lot of times we talk about the Holocaust and what happened or didn't happen there.
Hmm.
Um,
Hmm.
and all the shoes, we always see the pictures of the shoes. What if the shoes are actually from the adults that didn't make the mud flood, and then the orphan trains are from the children that they took away from the dead parents at the time, redistributed them all over the world, and they didn't know any better because they were kids, so they grew up not realizing what tech we had, what kind of world we had.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, it only takes like one or two generations to hide
Right?
truth and
Exactly.
hide the history. Yeah, I mean, if you sort of follow along the whole Satan's Little Season thing, and then you think, I know the time is all skewed, right? But if you say it was like 1776 that the flavor of the whole world changed,
Mm-hmm.
you couldn't take away everybody's rights, privileges, and memories straight away
Right.
because they had lived through, say, the end of the millennial reign, and they know what's right and wrong,
Mm-hmm.
so they would stop you. So they slowly started doing it. So they took away maybe the giants for, oh, we gotta fight the giants, you know.
Yeah.
So they get rid of the giants who could, physically help the good guys,
Yeah.
right? So maybe that happened, right? And then they kind of like squirreled them off or killed them off, and then they slowly started working on everybody else. Maybe they put you in the insane asylums,
Yes.
and those buildings were all like on ley lines, and they were like the ex Tartarian buildings. I mean, the
Yes.
irony, of course, they're always doing that. The irony, and then they take all the quote unquote cathedrals that were really like powerhouses to like distribute life giving organ ether energy everywhere, right? So they shut down all that and they turned it into religion,
Mm-hmm.
right? And then they kind of take everything away from you. And then if you don't follow the religion, we're going to kill you horribly, like
Like
that's
their
the
playbook to
Inquisition and stuff.
yeah. Sounds like their playbook to a T.
Yeah, and so they slowly start creep. It's like a mold.
Mm.
Group X is like a mold. They slowly start creeping into play, and if you don't wipe it out, then it keeps growing and growing and growing, and then they take over and infest everything, and everything is infested by this mold or smart dust now.
Mm-hmm.
Bioengineered nanotechnology. Oh man, I don't know.
It's a crazy world.
Everybody's black goo. Hmm?
Yeah. Black goo. It's a crazy world we live in.
So I used to grow mushrooms,
The kind.
and you're not allowed to touch them,
Oh.
and because we're infested by, everybody has their own like um uh balance of things in their body. We're made up of bugs and trying to think of the word. What's a mushroom anyway? A fungus. We all have our own like sort of flora and fauna, like fungus and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So you have to like when you're growing mushrooms, you have to be super sterile. You can't touch it with your own skin. You have to use gloves. You have to
Oh.
sterilize everything, all your equipment, everything. And so at the end of my batch one time, I was getting lazy, and I was like, oh, I mean, who cares? Nothing. What's going to happen? So I touched one of my mushrooms, and these mushrooms were huge, right? They were like 6, 8 inches tall.
Mm-hmm.
And I touched this one, and I came back like an hour later, and what had happened was the the fungus that must have on my skin interacted with the fungus that was trying to grow in the sterile environment, and so this you could literally see it. You could see this mushroom on one side trying to grow
Mm-hmm.
out of using the blueprints that the mushroom had for itself, and on the other side this fungus was trying to take over, and it was dissolving and melting and turning into a black goo,
That's crazy.
and naturally that side won, and it destroyed all my mushroom product. So
Oh.
I had to get rid of everything from that point forward and restart over, which I didn't do. But it was a cool experiment. But I was telling Jack yesterday, I go, that's sort of how the world is right now. You got one side trying to grow and progress through the blueprint of, of goodness and what we're supposed to do, or a blueprint of what we're supposed to do, and the other side is trying to kill and destroy and just turning everything into a dissolving any sort of progress into some sort of black goo that does nothing.
True.
And I really feel like that's a really good metaphor analogy for what we're seeing in the world right now. We're in a transition, that's for sure, and I don't know where it goes.
Yeah. I hope I'm on humanity's side. I'm rooting for humanity.
Yeah, but are we even humanity? I kind of feel like this dome is like it's like a little fake clay thing. It's like a snow globe with fake clay people walking around doing stuff.
Exactly is. And I think that's the big takeaway is we need to wake up and realize how humanity should work.
Are we gonna wake up in a stasis chamber outside?
I mean, anything.
And then have to go through the whole thing. And remember, I was telling you the whole story of like slowly progressing
Yeah.
where they're monitoring you. Can you be good enough to go into the new world? I mean, oh, that's one of the points I was going to make in the last part one was we're they have us so overstimulated
Oh, 100%. Consume,
to
consume, consume.
stop us from doing the things that we're supposed to be doing, or to think about even the things that we should be thinking about.
Oh, yeah. People are more worried about consuming products and the next best thing to buy and what's on Amazon than they.
Yeah, and that wasn't even going on like 30 years ago.
Oh, yeah.
People used to just churn their own butter, live in the highlands, like walk their cow every morning or
Yeah.
shear their sheep to like make wool sweaters. People are still making their own clothes. It wasn't like Gucci and like whatever else is out there with these name brands, and then you find out those brands are just trafficking children the whole time anyway.
Mm-hmm.
Dolce Gabbana and freaking whatever other crappy stuff, and all these people are like tied up in the elites, and it's all the same people, and we should just be slowing down and getting back to what we used to, what made us great.
Right. Oh,
Keeping our borders closed, worrying about our own families and children, passing along our legacy and our history and our wisdom,
mm-hmm.
making our own food, not having a huge overreaching government. So like it's in that story where she woke up outside the matrix and they were slowly walking her back into the in so what happened was remember I told you that you started like in a jail cell, then that slowly went to a better jail cell, then that went to a nicer jail cell, then that like food on demand, then that went to a very, very nice food on demand cafeteria, very nice accommodations, then into a city where you could actually go out. And then there were more cities, but you couldn't see the other cities because they hid the other cities. And she never made it any farther than that city.
Yeah.
So I'm like, it's a slow retro walk back to goodness. Like you have to be like, you're coming from this place where it wasn't even real to begin with, right?
Yeah.
We took you out of it maybe because some sort of X Factor event happened where they tried to kill everybody off, but we saved you people. Now we're using you to basically go back into the system and change this system inside this dome, wherever that is. But if you wake up and now you're no longer want to go back into the stasis unit, then you can slowly start to be reintegrated back into these other places that we have. But we can't show you any of that unless we monitor you and we can prove to you and to ourselves that you're not going to be a detriment,
Okay, hold on.
right? And you have to not come out of this overstimulation
Okay.
and not freak out.
Now put that into the real world scenario right now. Don't you think that that's what's really going on with the White Hats? That to me is what's going on with the White Hats. We're,
Well, remember I was telling you how the Nazis had left and they took off, right? We were talking about this. I think they found Asgard. I think that's probably where these facilities are, in Asgard.
well, I think right now we're one big facility. I think it's the White Hats going, let's see if they can handle this. Exactly what you just said, only broader, bigger humanity picture. Can humanity wake up to the truth, handle the truth, move forward with the truth, and learn how humans are really supposed to be on.
Well, I wonder if that's why they kept, how the cats say how this world has been destroyed a bunch of times, and I just wonder
Absolutely.
if that's what's going on. They're just like, oh, they just hit a reset button, and like the computer just restarts itself, because that's what we're in, like a computer, but like little claymation figures, and we're us.
Yeah.
We're like walking around,
Yeah.
and and now, and this gets back to my thing. It's like, have we gone too far? They've let too much negative stuff happen where we can't change it. What are you gonna like? How are you going to take out millions and millions of people out of Europe that shouldn't be there, that are raping, killing, robbing, looting, scooting, booting, tooting, doing whatever they want? And how are you going to get that culture back? It takes generations. And the Y-axis group people that were the natives there that created all this stuff over hundreds, thousands of years, they're all gone. You've killed them all off and replaced them with these crazy lunatic goat fuckers who have no idea how to create a civilization. They don't know how to destroy it.
Yeah.
It's already gone too far from my perspective here. You can't bring that back unless you actively start like yesterday.
And
And I don't see anybody doing it. So,
but I think we have. We started 8 years ago. It's gonna. I mean, to unravel the mess of generation after generation after generation is not going to happen in 8 years.
well, what the destruction that they've put upon us and our countries, they've done it within the last 15 years, and it's almost undoable.
Mm.
I mean, I can think of some ways of changing it,
I don't know. Capitulate.
but nobody's got the stomach for it. I don't mean hurting anybody. I just mean, can you round up millions of people and get them back out? You think those people aren't going to rally, create like entire like unions just for them so that they can fight back and stay in your country and do whatever they want? I mean, that's already happening. They're building like $1 million mosques.
Mm-hmm.
And meanwhile, if the RV, the revaluation of the dollar is supposed to be on our side and a good thing, they're giving all the money to these lower class freaking third worlders. And the first thing they're doing is coming into our country and building mosques and other weird things.
Yeah.
Dog group, the list is endless. BLM, the Sudanese faction, Muslim Brotherhood. I mean, the list is endless.
Well, and I can't help again but think that this is by white hat design because we've been through all of this throughout history. They've
Well,
been in charge throughout history. The difference, though, in the last 7 years is it's all been brought like directly to the light, to our faces, in front of us. All we have to do is research. Like it's never been this out in the open, all of the secrets and their patterns and their symbolism. And okay, now watch. This is this and the number 33. And it's like they've walked us through that and said, hey, you idiots, wake up.
yeah.
You know,
Well, my concern is that everybody's so hip on their own like race car,
mm,
but nobody wants to help out other race cars,
well,
which the Y-axis group has been doing for hundreds of years. So
you
the
are
support for the
keeper.
Y-axis group has to grow, and it can't just be only Y-axis group. Other people have to be like, and that has begun to some degree,
You are your brother's keeper.
but you got to be like, hey, look, if these people, they might not have created everything in the world because we know about Tartarianism and like but they sure have. We know that these buildings are probably ancient and that they were built by some other civilization. Who knows? But regardless of that, there's really only one group in the world, one race car in the world that has maintained and even embellished upon these buildings and tried to, use this technology and made a better life for themselves.
Yep.
Because every other race car group has destroyed it, right? I mean, just look at India.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know all those temples and stuff are very sacred. They try to keep, but they haven't improved their way of life at all, right? Right. There's a whole story about how the trains were given to us by the old world, by the old civilization. They were just dug up. We didn't invent trains. We just refound them, figured out how to work them, and dug up all the tracks. I do believe that.
Mm-hmm.
And so you've got the white Western countries. What have they done with all the trains? They made them awesome. You could travel everywhere in a train. It was a beautiful way to travel. You go to India, and there's like 100,000 people traveling on the outside of the train, and they're killing themselves jumping in front of trains because they think the train won't hurt them.
Oh my gosh.
And then they don't maintain the train, and then the trains stop working. Look at Africa; they had trains everywhere. None of the trains work anymore because they steal everything off the train, or they steal the motor oil to cook with, and
Yeah.
it's a tale as old as time.
We just need to see a whole different world. Let's make some changes, white hats. Get on it. We're tired of waiting.
Well, it's like you said, I don't know. Are they in control? Or do they have enough power to even do anything? Or it's supposed to be us, but every time we say anything, David Wilcock us, or we're a race car and we're not allowed to talk about it, and then we're shadow banned. And how the hell can we? I think people are already thinking about all this stuff.
Oh, 100%.
That seems to be where the psyop is turning,
Mm-hmm.
because you can't. Yeah, you can point out all these things that are wrong in the world, but you can't even voice any kind of solutions.
Right.
'Cause and like this whole ICE thing,
Mm,
they've gotten a couple people out of the country, but even on both sides, that's a scary thing. They're
yeah.
sending them to the Congo. I mean, that's I mean, we kind of chortle at that a little bit. But if it was on the flip side, you know, how many innocent people are getting caught up and ended up in the Congo? I don't know, maybe none. Maybe they're all deserve it. Maybe I don't know.
Yeah.
But it's scary to think about. And then the other thing is, then you think about they've got IDF soldiers in ICE. That's been sort of proven.
Mm-hmm.
And they want to use like Lavender and Palantir, like facial recognition and social credit scoring.
Mm-hmm.
And they want to implement that. See, look at these guys. They're we have to put this software into play, guys. We have to put this, like this Terminator software into play. Otherwise, we're never gonna. So it's like it's the same old Hegelian dialect where they create unrest on one side, and they create a solution over here, and then they come in with the solution that they already wanted in the first place.
Mm-hmm.
Which was, facial recognition, credit score. They want the police state. They want the boots on your neck.
Right.
They want to use their 50,000 guillotines that they ordered from Chanel, and use the millions, if thousands, if not millions, of plastic coffins that they have lined, like 8 feet high, along the fence lines, along all the major military, you know, um, establishments, and who knows what else they got. And they're squirreling away all the good food in the tunnels that none of us can access, and they don't want us to have it. And
Yeah.
yeah,
I get how it looks. That's why I keep my hopium with me, okay? Because I don't want to finish out my lifetime thinking that we're all doomed. So I'm gonna,
I don't want to go to the camps. I don't want to go back to jail.
no, we will start an underground society if they make us go to camps. I'm not going to a camp.
I mean, half of me would be kind of fun. Like, you go to the camp and it's just all dudes like us. It'd be kind of funny.
It would be.
They're not gonna want that,
Yeah.
because then we will rise up and overthrow that camp.
Yeah.
But gosh, I don't know. Like with this whole Q thing, where they're just like, some people got to see it before they can believe it. Okay, I get it, but hey, dude, what's your exit strategy here?
Yeah. No, I get it. I get it.
Was this the was this the podcast that you thought we were gonna do today?
Hey, I am always I never try to figure out.
Steer it.
Yeah, I never try to figure out what we're gonna do. I
No, I don't think. Yeah, this makes better radio. Just like,
keep an open mind. Yep.
yeah, okay, but I promise, guys, on the next podcast, I won't talk about this stuff. We'll get into some really fun conspiracy stuff,
Yeah.
because I have to let go. I have to get this off my chest, but then I also have to let go of this stuff, because it's like it's pretty. Yeah, it's doom scrolling crap.
I could,
Also, I drank a lot of coffee this morning, so
oh, I could tell. I let you let it out. I'm so glad you were able to get that off your chest.
God, I hope he doesn't get. Please don't take us off YouTube. I don't want to have to go over to Rumble. I can't figure it out at Rumble.
Yeah, no, no rumble. Boo.
I
Boo.
mean, Rumble's pretty good. I gotta say, it's like hard to download stuff.
Yeah.
It's not as easy to just go into YouTube. And YouTube is really cool. Like, it's got like a sort of a panache to it, even though I hate the people that are running YouTube now.
Yeah.
And they keep slipping in commercials and all this dumb stuff. Oh, this is how you know that they don't give a crap about you. Like, they don't give a crap about us. Anything. There's no commercials on our. We,
Oh.
we have one like, and it's you, and we have no views. We have like 2 views, so it's
It'll
I don't care though.
I don't even
Doesn't bother me. I like staying underneath the radar.
and I want people to come and have fun with us, you know. So
Yeah,
we're
we're like an Easter egg for you to find.
we're a diamond in the rough. People will find us. People will find us. It'll be about what 50 years from now. They'll be like, "Who are these people? Man, how did they know
Yeah.
that back in the day?"
I hope so. I hope we get our points across enough where the people understand what the heck we're talking about. But
Oh, I think
yeah.
so. All right.
And our codology isn't very great. It's not like I made it a great code, but hopefully you guys can figure it out.
Yeah, a true sleuth is gonna figure out what we're saying. All right, bestie. Well, we better wrap this one up. We're about at.
All right, guys. They go by fast, everyone. Thanks for joining us here on Two Peas in a Podcast. I'm Maddie and JoJo. Say goodbye. Goodbye, JoJo.
We love you to the moon.
Say your thing.
What's my thing?
Peace out.
Oh, you always
That's
say it now, so now I'm used to you saying it. All right.
No, I don't want to steal it from you.
Peace out.
I thought that was pretty funny. All right, cue outro music. Rock on.
Woo!
Bam, 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 bam.